Shanti, Baba Sakar Murli, 6th of June 2022. Essence. Sweet children, the foundation of knowledge is faith. Make effort with your intellects to have faith, and you will reach the destination. Question. What one aspect should you understand deeply and have faith in? Answer. The karmic accounts of all souls are about to be settled, and everyone will return to the sweet home like a swarm of mosquitoes. After that, only a few souls will go to the new world. You have to understand this aspect deeply and have faith in it. Question. Which children is the Father pleased to see? Answer. The children who completely sacrifice themselves to the Father, those who are not shaken by Maya, and who are as unshakable and immovable as Angad. The Father is pleased to see such children. Song. Have patience, O mind, your days of happiness are about to come. Om Shanti. What did the children hear? Only the Father can ask this. A sannyasi cannot ask it. Only the Parlokik, unlimited Father says this to the children, because the mind and the intellect are in the soul. He tells souls to have patience. You children know that the unlimited Father tells the entire world to have patience. Your days of happiness and peace are about to come. This is the land of sorrow. After this, the land of happiness has to come. Only the Father would establish the land of happiness. The Father gives patience to the children, but faith is needed first. The Brahmins, who are a mouth-born progeny, have this faith. How else could there be so many Brahmins? The meaning of Brahma Kumaris and Kumaris is that they are sons and daughters. There are so many who are called Brahma Kumaris and Kumaris. Therefore, there must surely be Prajapita Brahma. All of you only have the one mother and father, whereas all others have a separate mother and father. Here, all of you have the one mother and father. This is a new thing. You were not Brahmins previously, but you have become Brahmins now. Those Brahmins are born through sin, whereas you are a mouth-born progeny. In every aspect, there first has to be faith in who is explaining to us. God is the one who explains. Now it is the end of the Iron Age, and the war is just ahead. There are also the Yadavas, the residents of Europe, who invented bombs, etc. It is remembered that missiles emerged from their stomachs and destroyed their own clan. They will definitely destroy their clan. In fact, all belong to the one clan. They keep telling one another, we will bring about destruction. This is definitely written as well. So, the Father now explains, children, have patience. This old world will soon finish. Only when the Iron Age ends will there then be the Golden Age. Establishment definitely has to take place before then. It is also remembered that establishment takes place through Brahma and destruction takes place through Shankar. Establishment takes place first, and then destruction takes place when establishment has been completed. Establishment is now taking place. This is a unique path that no one understands. No one has ever heard about it, so people think that the Brahma Kumaris are like all the rest of the paths and cults. Those poor people cannot be blamed. They brought obstacles in the same way in the previous cycle too. This is the sacrificial fire of the knowledge of Rudra. Shiva is known as Rudra. He is the one who teaches Raja Yoga, which is known as the ancient, easy Raja Yoga. They do not understand the meaning of the word ancient. It is an aspect of the confluence. Pure and impure means the confluence age. At the beginning of the Golden Age, there was one religion. That is the devilish community, whereas you are the divine community. But it is not a question of a war, etc. That too is a mistake. How can you brothers fight? The Father sits here and explains the essence of all the Vedas and scriptures through Brahma. In reality, there are 4 main religions and 4 main religious scriptures. Of these, the first is the original eternal deity religion, and its scripture is the Gita, which is the jewel of all scriptures. It is the main scripture of Bharat, through which the original eternal deity religion, that is, the religions of the Sun dynasty and the Moon dynasty, were established. That must have been at the confluence age, which is known as the meeting, the Kumbh Mela. You understand that this Kumbh Mela is a meeting between souls and the Supreme Soul. It is a beautiful and beneficial meeting. The Iron Age has to change into the Golden Age, and this is why it is known as the benevolent age. When the Golden Age changes into the Silver Age, and when the Silver Age changes into the Copper Age, the celestial degrees decrease. Loss is taking place continually. Therefore, the one who brings benefit is needed. When there is complete loss, the Father comes to bring benefit to everyone. You must use your intellects. The Father would surely come at the confluence age to bring benefit. The Father is the one who grants salvation to everyone. Not everyone is present at the time of the Copper Age, nor is everyone in the Golden and Silver Ages. Therefore, the Father only comes at the end, when all souls have come down. The Father comes and gives you patience. You children say, "Baba, there is a lot of sorrow in this old world, so take us away quickly." The Father says, "No, children, this drama is predestined. You cannot instantly change from corrupt to elevated. Your intellects have to develop faith, and you then make effort. It is true that liberation in life is received in a second. As soon as you become a child, it means you claim a right to the inheritance. However, the status there is still number-wise, and in order to claim a high status, you have to make effort and study. It is not that the Karmatit stage will be achieved instantly, for you would then have to leave your bodies. That is not the law. You have to battle very well with Maya. You know that the war may continue for 8, 10, or even 15 years. Your war is with Maya, and the Father will stay here for as long as your war continues. The results of those who conquered Maya, and to what extent each one will have reached his Karmatit stage, will be revealed at the end. The Father says, as much as possible, remember your home, the land of peace. That is the land beyond sound. You children now have happiness in your intellects. You understand how this drama is created. You also understand the 3 worlds. This is not in anyone else's intellect. Baba has also studied many scriptures, etc., but these things were not in his intellect then. He studied the Gita, etc., but it was not in his intellect that we are residents of the supreme region, the faraway land. It is now we have come to know that our Baba, who is called the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, resides in the supreme region. Everyone remembers him. O purifier, come. No one can return home. It is like a maze. Wherever people go, they come to a wall and cannot reach their destination. When they get tired, they cry out, "Someone show us the path." No matter how much they study the Vedas and scriptures, or how many pilgrimages they go on, they still do not understand where they are going. They simply say that such and such a person has merged into the light. The Father explains, no one is able to return home. When it is time for the play to end, all the actors come onto the stage. This is the law. They all line up in their costumes. They show their faces and then remove their costumes and run home. Later, they repeat those same parts. This is an unlimited play. You are now becoming soul conscious. You understand, I, the soul, will shed this body and take on the next. Everyone takes rebirth. You have adopted 84 names in 84 births. This play has now ended. Everyone has reached the state of decay. It will repeat once again. The history and geography of the world will repeat once again. You understand that your parts are now to finish, and you will return home. The Father's orders are no less. The Father, the Purifier, sits here and explains, children, I show you a very easy method. Whether sitting or moving, let your hearts remain aware you are actors and that you have now completed your 84 births. The Father has now come to make us beautiful, to change us from humans into deities. We are making impure ones pure. We have changed from impure to pure innumerable times and will continue to do so. This history and geography repeat. Those of the deity religion will come first. The sapling is now being planted. We are incognito. What ceremonies, etc., could we have? Internally, we have knowledge and experience happiness. our deity religion, the leaves of the tree have now become corrupt. They have become corrupt in their religion, brackets dharma, and actions, brackets karma. The dharma and karma of the people of Bharat used to be elevated. Maya never made them commit sins there. That was the world of pure charitable souls, where Ravan did not exist. Their actions were neutral actions. Later, in the kingdom of Ravan, actions started to become sinful. There cannot be sinful actions. No one can be corrupt. You children become the masters of the world through the power of yoga and by following Srimad. No one can become a master of the world through physical power. You understand that if they were to come together, they could become the masters of the world. But that is not part of the drama. They show two cats fighting and a monkey taking the butter from between them. You have had visions of Krishna with butter in his mouth. He receives the butter of the kingdom of the world. The battle is between the Yavanas and the Kauravas. You see this happening now. If they read in the newspapers that there was great violence against someone, others would instantly go and kill someone or other. To begin with, there was only one religion in Bharat. How did the kingdoms of all those other religions come about? The Christians were powerful, which is why they ruled. In fact, Ravan has now taken over the entire world. This is an incognito aspect. These things are not written in the scriptures. The father explains. These vices are your enemies for half the cycle. You receive sorrow from them, from their beginning, through the middle, to their end. This is why sannyasis also say that happiness is like the droppings of a crow. However, they do not know there is constant happiness in heaven. The people of Bharat know of this. That is why when someone dies, they say he has gone to heaven. There is so much praise of heaven, and so this must definitely be a play. However, if you tell someone he is a resident of hell, it would upset him. It is such a wonderful thing. They say with their own lips that someone has become a resident of heaven, which means that they must have left hell. However, why do you then invoke them and feed them things of hell? Because if they are in heaven, they would have all the possessions they need. This means that you don't have faith. Some children have seen what there is in heaven. Look at the things people do in hell. A son would not hesitate to kill his father. If a wife falls in love with someone else, she would not hesitate to kill her husband. On the one hand, there is a song they sing about Bharat that goes, "What has happened to today's people?" Then, on the other hand, they also sing, "Our Bharat is the best, like gold." Bharat was the best, but it is not that now. It is now poverty-stricken. There is no safety. We belonged to the devilish community, and Baba is now inspiring us to make effort to belong to the godly community. This is not a new thing. At the confluence of every cycle, we once again claim our inheritance. The father comes in order to give you the inheritance, but Maya curses you. She is so powerful. The father says, Maya, you are so powerful. You make good ones fall. In that army they are not afraid of dying or killing. Even though they may be injured, they return to the battlefield. Theirs is a professional business. They even receive a prize. You take power from Shiv Baba and conquer Maya. The father is also the barrister because he frees you from Maya. You are the Shiv Shakti army. The mothers are kept ahead. Salutations to the mothers. Who said this? The father said this because you surrendered to the father. Baba is happy when someone is very firm and doesn't shake. There is the example of Angad. Ravan could not shake him. This applies to this final period, and that stage will be reached by the end. At that time, you will experience a lot of happiness. Until destruction takes place, until the earth becomes pure, the deities cannot come here. The haystack will definitely be set ablaze. All souls now have to settle their karmic accounts and return to the sweet home like swarms of mosquitoes. Millions of mosquitoes die. This is why it is said that Ravan goes when Rama goes. Everyone has to return home, and you will then go to the new world. There will be very few at that time. These matters have to be understood, and you must have faith in them. Only Baba can give you this knowledge. Acha. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. Essence Vedana. 1. Whether sitting or moving, consider yourself to be an actor. Let your heart remember that you have now completed your part of 84 births and have to return home. Be soul conscious. 2. Your intellect must have faith, and you have to make effort to change from a thorn into a flower. Be victorious in your battle with Maya and become Karmatit. Remember your home as much as possible. Blessing. May you be as loving and detached as the Father, and make every task light with your stage of lightness. To experience your 3 subtle powers of the mind, intellect and sanskars to be light is to be as detached and loving as the Father. According to the time, the external atmosphere is tamopatan, and the attitudes of human souls are heavy. To the extent that the external atmosphere is heavy, accordingly, your thoughts, actions, and relationships have to continue to be light. And, because of this lightness, all your tasks will continue to be light. You will not be influenced by any business. This is the stage of being equal to the Father. Slogan. maintain the alokik intoxication, wa-re-me, brackets, the wonder of myself, and your mind and body will continue to dance naturally. Om Shanti.